You're listening to Tech Gumbo on Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, Baton Rouge's local talk and information leader. As always, brought to you by Gulf South Technology Solutions. You can reach us on the phone, 225-216-2169, or reach us on the web,
www.gulfsouthtech.com.
At Gulf South Tech, for all your business, computer, network, and IT needs. We give you the right solution, right response, right now. I'm Haggai Davis. This week sitting in for James Smoke is Jason Rivas.
How you doing?
Doing good. So we started a few weeks back. We're giving away 2 tickets to an upcoming LSU baseball game in the gold seats behind home plate. Want you to go to our website. Go to gulfsouthtech.com/baseball. Register, and we'll draw a winning from everybody who registers. Lady was real excited who won the tickets last week. She's so fired up. We're also offering to do a free network assessment for your computer network. It's a $250 value. You also get a free 1-year subscription to Microsoft Office 365 Home Edition. You can go to our website again. Go to gulfsouthtech.com/risk. Register. We'll contact you. We'll come out and give you a very detailed report about your business network. It's a 70-something page document if you really want to go all 70 pages, if you got that much time to read. So, Jason, we always start our first segment by going through the news and updates. The first story really caught my attention. The city of New York, the town so nice they named it twice. They're rolling out Windows phones to all 36,000 police officers.
It's pretty amazing. That'll be a good jump in Microsoft's phone division.
When you consider, all the iPhones and all the Android phones and the Chinese phones and everything out there, even the BlackBerry, for the few remaining 1% of the world has a BlackBerry, they did a 2-year study there in New York, and this pilot program ran, and they tried it, and they loved the Windows mobile devices, and so they're going to be loaded with some special software for state and federal database usage, but they're excited.
I'd imagine if you're going to use Microsoft Office products in the office, which I'm sure they're using, they can integrate that with we talked about a couple weeks ago with Skype and 365, and then some of the applications that they can work on from this platform. I was reading this earlier, and just things like, just think if somebody had a face recognition app where they could just walk up to you and put the phone in your face, and boom, they know who you are.
Yeah,
I know there's military. I've seen where they have the microphones. They can tie it into their cameras, their body cameras. They can tell where a shot's been fired. 300 yards this way, elevated 20 feet. There's a lot of possibilities. It's a big platform for New York City to work off of.
Yeah,
sure.
So that's kind of exciting news to see that Microsoft's actually trying to stay alive with their Windows Phone division. Next story we're going to talk about is the TeslaCrypt Ransomware. This is another one of those nasty things that people click on something, and all of a sudden you got problems.
I've personally been dealing with this for the last 2 weeks with about 5 or 6 of our clients, and it's not a nice little piece of software, that's for sure.
No, it comes in, usually it's as an attachment, or it's a spam, or it's something, but it arrives with a zip attachment loaded in it. You click on this thing, and then all of a sudden it's got you.
Well, the last one that a client brought into, it actually goes in and encrypts your files, and it changes your file extensions to a .xls, .mp3. It does a couple different file extensions as well, but this particular one made it look like it's an MP3 file. So it was using the application that they use for their music to open these files, and of course it wouldn't open. And we had to wipe the whole machine, start from scratch.
Yeah. So I mean, this A Nemocod is what its official name. It's a download threat. It comes in as either a crypto wall or Ferrite or the TeslaCrypt or different things like that. That when you see attachments, if it's not something you're very, very comfortable with, just delete it. It's not worth opening to see. Wait, is this what I think it is? Because as soon as you click on it,
they use legitimate companies. They use AT&T. They use UPS.
They
use
a Chase. It'll be a Chase-looking app. And now, if you get an email from Chase, from AT&T, from Cox, from any one of those things, and it doesn't have the last 4 digits of your account number, then consider it spam and delete it immediately. If you click on anything, they've got you. You're going to wind up having to reboot, just wipe the hard drive and start over. If you have a good backup. The other alternative is to actually pay them the ransomware, and hope that you get the keys back to unlock your computer.
This particular one, if you don't catch it early on, it will start encrypting your shadow copies or deleting them, and you can't restore some of those unless you have an offsite backup somewhere or really good. They haven't gotten to your server files yet. I've even had one that when they opened it, it asked for their credentials, and as soon as they entered their credentials, they started spamming out. People started calling, "Hey, you're sending us emails from this," and once that gets started, it's almost impossible to stop.
Oh wow, that's so. Be careful. This new the TeslaCrypt or a crypto wall or any one of these malwares and just devices that these software. Don't click on them. Try and keep your anti-malware software up to date. If you don't have anti-malware software, get some. Go to malwarebytes.com or something like that. Download it and try and protect yourself from the ransomware, because it just really is a bad thing. It's going to ruin your day when you get it. Moving along. So Google has finally had a little fender bender with one of their cars. And Google said, well, we might have this one might be our fault for the first time ever. They had one of their cars. It was rolling along. It was doing 2 miles an hour, and it was trying to go around some sandbags or something that was in the middle of the road. And when it veered over, it moved into the lane of an oncoming bus. Now, fortunately, the bus was slowing down and was only doing like 15 miles an hour, so it didn't do a whole lot of damage. But it certainly airbags deployed and everybody got all panicked and everything. But Google said, yeah, we got to go back and we got to work on our software on the car.
I think Google's being nice on this. I read another article that said the Google car was actually did what it's supposed to do as far as like waiting for a vehicle to let them in, to merge in, and the bus driver didn't. He didn't have to let him in, but in most cases they let him go through. Bus driver might have got mad because in a few years Google might be the bus driver. Yeah. So
that's true. So that's why, so Google, what is their motto? Do no harm or something like that.
I think they've had 17 accidents and no fault.
Right. They've been hit from behind. People get mad because the car will not just pull out into traffic in front of somebody, right. and people think it's going to leave, it's going to move because there's timing, and so people start to go in the car in front of it. The Google car doesn't actually move, and people wind up hitting it. So, yeah, there've been incidents like that, and that's one of those software things that's going to have to be worked out. That's why you're not going to see a wide-scale rollout of these self-driving cars for at least 5, but maybe 10 years. I mean, you're going to see more and more every year. I think there's almost 200,000 cars between California and Nevada and Arizona and Oregon right now that are self-driving cars on the road.
The sooner the better. I can't wait.
I'm fine with it. Let's go. I mean, I don't need to be driving cars anymore. I've done enough driving in my life that, if I can sit there and I can be productive while the car takes me from here to there, let's go. I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
And you know, especially with as many different companies that are creating cars, and I mean, because every car manufacturer is rolling one out. They're all working with software engineers, and so the self-driving cars are, you know, autonomous cars. They're coming, but this is the first time that they've actually maybe had a little partial something to do with it. So that's the opening round of the news and updates here on the first segment. You're listening to Tech Gumbo here on Talk 107.3 FM WBRP, Baton Rouge's local talk and information leader.